Morning, good afternoon, good evening, alpha traders. Let's jump into this Bitcoin. Let's jump into this Dixie and gold. Little SPY. Let's check it out. We're going to start on Bitcoin. Let's see here. Go over into this Discord. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Boink. And bam. There's a nice little chart shared with them folks. Alright, Bitcoin. Got the VRE up with the distribution levels right now. Yesterday's stream talked about testing the center of this monthly range. What did Bitcoin do? Tested the center of the monthly range. Almost got there. Then probably, 263. Yeah, about 70 bucks yesterday. Immediately on the open, though, ran a wick right up to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. That also ran right through the center of that monthly range right there. The gold cross line. Right now, have a little spill out here right to the bottom of the new daily range. That is the red line right there. It is below the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. When it goes for this 4-hour candle right now, that, let's see here, closes in about 2 hours, I believe. Yeah, 2 hours. Already almost sent a wick to the 95.4 Laplace. So right now, during this 4-hour candle, there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin does not close this 4-hour candle. Let's see, with a volatile drop here, probably, let's round it down, like 42.475. See how that plays out. But considering we did break the daily 68.3, this 4-hour hangs around down below this 68.3 going into the next 4-hour candle. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to test first standard deviation. To the downside, 41,009. Let's get an exact number. 41,924. Beautiful. Let's take a look at BTC on the daily. Setting up some hidden bull. Yes, indeed. Lower low. Higher low. Still above the wave trend on the daily. And the, let's see, 33. Yep, 33 log MA. Already yesterday, sent a wick right down to the wave trend. Wave trend's been tested again. So right now, we're ranging in between the top of the power mean band at about, let's see here, about 43. Let's just round it up. 43.5. Wave trend today is at about 41.9. Round it up a little. 41.940. Good stuff there. You see here, and like I said, waiting for the returns oscillator to turn up, waiting for the DLP to break back to the top side. All the volatility is expanding, positively correlated on this daily candle. Got to get some movement here. We're going to look at Dixie next. Dixie might have had a little pump here. That's why Bitcoin's pulling back. Let's take a peek. Yeah, hidden bear. Had some hidden bear on Bitcoin on the 4-hour that pulled this back to the log MAs, almost to the wave trend on the 4-hour. But right about now, from the cross up anyway, we are setting up some hidden bull div. Will it find support here on the 4-hour? Let's find out. Yeah, there we go. That's a 99 log MA. That's usually some pretty good support. Indeed. And it's at about, what, 42.460. Got the 33 log MA right above it, 42.582. And then the 9 is up there at 42, about 8. Beautiful. So right now, 4-hour. Pretty much ranging in between 33 log MA, top side of the power mean band. And let's see here, like I said, setting up that hidden bull. Variances turned up, positively correlated. Got low length volatility though, right? Low length volatility expanding, negatively correlated. 981 is, let's see here, let me blow this up. It is contracting positive, 2400 expanding negative. So on the 4-hour, yeah, look at this 4-hour candle, right? Nice little spill out, probably $500, $600, $700. Indeed. Volatility is supporting the move too. Gonna have to get that changed around. Let's dip a little deeper down into these time frames here. Having an outlier on the 90 minutes. Let's see. And there was bear div setting up the whole time. Just sent a wick down to the 99 log MA and the bottom of the power mean band on this 90-minute chart. At least almost got there. Probably within pennies. Looking good though. Looking good. Wave trend did cross. I'll tell you what though, here on the 90-minute. Yeah, let me take one more peek at this 4-hour before I make that comment. Yeah, we're going to have to keep this 90-minute wave trend up above Fisher. My bad. Up above the 33 power mean. Let's look for a pullback during this 90-minute, right? Pretty much this guy. We got 55 minutes left in it. Let's see if Bitcoin can climb back up. Close above 42. Let's round it up. 42.8. 42.8. Is it going to put us back in the monthly range? No. Nope. It'll get back up on the top side of the center of the daily, though, and inside the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Drop down to this 45-minute here. Like I said, we're having outliers down here on the low time frames too, on some hidden bear. Hidden bear div playing out right now on the 45-minute. But it is, yeah, clean on the downside. DLP candle almost at a 95% confidence interval. Let's see, all the volatility expanding, negatively correlated. This is what you're going to see, right? This is what you're going to see, an old dump. That's why we volatility trade. Let's see here. Setting up any kind of bull div at all? Absolutely not. And actually, there wasn't any bear on the top side. Maybe just a little, nah, pretty flat. Some weak bear, if anything. Right at the end, did we get some? Yeah, right at the end we got some bear div. So this thing has dumped out, starting a trend too. Let's see here. Yeah, correlation. The volatility on the low length was expanding negative. Now it's starting to contract and the correlation broke. Continuation. Let's see, 981 expanding negative, 2400 expanding negative. Yeah, these intraday time frames. After this 15-minute, I'm going to pop right over to Dixie and see what's going on. Dixie's probably finding some legs. Outside the power mean, it had a really tight power mean band down here on the 15-minute. Now this thing's in no man's land. Was trending. It's already at the deviation bands. Low length volatility. Looked like it almost, yeah, not quite. Got up to about a 97. That's where it's at right now. Kind of a little bit of a contraction. Correlation broke positive. Pretty flat. The other two lengths are pretty flat. Let's see. Right now, 15-minute, if this comes up and rejects off the zero mean here, there's going to be some hidden bear div playing out. It's already setting up. Could be more significant too. If it comes up to test the Fisher and we break the zero mean of the top side here, it's going to set up many stabs of hidden bear divergence. Take a peek here real quick. Also on that daily, got to stay up here. I'm looking for a close above the 33 power mean on the daily, which if we go back up on the daily time frame is going to be above the power mean band. Indeed, because there's the 33. That's what we're also sending all these wicks into. These blue dots right here hiding right underneath the top side. I would like to see a close up above there. 43. Yeah, what's it at? I would like to see it close outside the power mean band. 43,440 area. 43,440. And also, we did mean revert today. Crossed up over the 30 power mean. If this thing drops back down below, or sorry, 30 RMLR, that's a reverse mean of log returns. We got a target down here, 39,442. Woo! What is that? 39? Yeah. Wow, guys. Can we see a little spill out here? We absolutely could. Maybe 3K. Wow. Let's see what happens. Got to stay. I want to see a close, like I said, above the 33 power mean. Just closing above 42,607. That's where the RMLR is, the 30 length. That would be good in my book. Got to get up there, though. The bears will take over here. Let me see here. Let's pop up the VRE. Let me go over on the traditional markets. I want to see what Dixie's doing here real quick. Yeah, it's popping a little bit. There we go. You want to know why Bitcoin's going down and gold's probably going down? Yeah, gold's down 1% already. Right off. So, when I was talking about the center of Bitcoin's monthly range, yesterday, right? Yesterday, Dixie spilled out. Where'd Dixie go? Below the weekly volatility range into the monthly macro volatility range, and today it's tested it. There's the center right there. Wow, sent a wick right up here, boy. So, for the daily time frame, this thing's up here beyond the second standard deviation, 95 for Laplace. We've got the first resistance level, weekly volatility range, right up here at about 103.936. I've been talking about this Dixie pump coming. Let's see here. But right now, so if you've got the second standard deviation, that's a 95.4% probability area. That means there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin that Dixie doesn't close above 103.7. We'll just round it up. 103.75 area. 95 for Laplace is down here at 103.615 area. Okay. And when it comes to this 4-hour candle as well, guys, we're way up here. We're above the 99.7 Laplace. Just sent a wick into the fourth standard deviation. Probably going to get a pullback here pretty quickly. 99.7 Laplace distribution range on the 4-hour. 103.650. Let's see, 95 for Laplace is literally down here by the bottom of the center of the new daily volatility range at about 103.3. Pretty much Dixie's blown its wad here early. Let me pull it up on the regular charts and see if this is setting up some div on the low time frames. Gotta keep on top of this stuff. It's at the daily. Woo! Jeez. Right, volatility expanding, positively correlated. Starting to have a little bit of an outlier here. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, we don't need to go on the daily though. Fisher's up there at 104.242. That is our reverse Fisher. Yeah, look at this 4-hour candle. Goodness gracious. Tell you what, it's blowing any div out of the water. This 4-hour candle can close up above the top of the data set over here. There's not going to be any hidden bear. But as of right now, it's, yeah, it's not. This thing pulls back, though, into those 4-hour probabilities like I was talking about. That would probably be closing down here around the top of the 4-hour power mean band. That would set up some hidden bear for a pullback. Yeah, you're way up here. See, when I was talking about the 99.7 Laplace on the VRE, here's the bands, right? There's 103.657. That's the 99.7 Laplace distribution range, as I just noted on the other chart. Beautiful. Wow, Dixie's throwing a big candle up here. See the 90-minute. Whee! Beautiful. 90-minute. Yeah, this thing's a little spent, in my opinion. Indeed. Indeed. Volatile. All the volatility. So you get down here on the 90-minute. All the volatility is expanded. This is a profit-taking machine, this volatility indicator. When you've got all three lengths up here at 100% with grade, it's just screaming, take your profits. That's why we trade volatility. I can't say that enough. There's so many different things going on these charts where it's a profit-taking machine. Let me see. Let me go to the 40. Wow. Let me see that 90 again. Man, I think climbed back up in. Opened up that candle above the 9 log MA and just rocket shipped. Wow. I think this is getting set up here. Indeed. Let me see here. Even
15-minute RMLR.
Let me see. Let me finish this. Let me finish this workflow real quick so I don't get sidetracked. Expanding volatility too, positively correlated, steep trend. Got room to run too. This thing could stay up here. Highly unlikely, and the probabilities are against that closing up this high though, especially the 4-hour. Daily's up above the 95.4, but you're literally up 4-hour by the 4th standard deviation. That's a 99.99999% probability it's not going to close above that range. So now you're looking to those lower probabilities for a pullback, because once you get up there, there's a 99.7% chance it pulls back in the 3rd standard deviation and 99.7 Laplace distribution, and then 95.4% chance for the 2nd standard deviation normal distribution, and then that percentage level for Laplace distribution. So yeah, probably going to get a pullback here. The volatility though is pretty strong. See the 33, and this thing is way outside the power mean bands. Good lord. So this is 2 33-minute candles, huh? Trend's almost at the 3rd standard deviation band. Wow, 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 wow. Let me flip this real quick. Let's see these RMLRs. Daily, no. 4-hour, yeah, it did. It actually is reaching for that daily up there, 103.9. We were talking about this level. Man, it's hitting it. Good job, Dixie. Good job. Show them the VEPS. Okay, you're above both. Wow, that's a power move by Dixie to bust through the 4-hour 33 power mean and both log MAs. I mean, both reverse mean and log returns. Just seeing if there was one this baby did reach up here and tap perfectly. Let's go to the 45. It's probably not going to be low time frames. It's probably that daily, to be honest. Yeah, it's that daily. Let me go back up over here, drop back down.
Go back to that 4-hour.
Minute. Let me finish this 15-minute. Let's see here. We setting up. Yeah, there's probably not going to be any bear div on the top side. That's a pretty damn big outlier for the 15-minute too. Damn it, thing's up there pretty damn high. Up by 13. Yeah, man. Let me pull this in real quick. We haven't seen one this big. Let's see. Last big outlier we had. Not this big, but here we go. Going into last week. That got broke up though. This little down move. I remember that little fake out, and then it just climbed right back up there, just wrecking people. You gotta love it. Big trend too on these low time frames. Big freaking trend. Go back over to the VRE. Here it comes, pulling back down. So you're trying to pull back down right now. If this 15-minute candle closes inside the second standard deviation here, probably going to drop down to the 95 for Laplace, close another candle back inside there, probably going to drop down here to the first standard deviation. And then we got the top of the weekly range right here, which is a no-brainer to retest. So we'll see what happens. Let me see, check one more thing here. Pull this out. Now this is what I'm rolling. Now, macro time frames. Let's see if this thing, what are we hitting up here? Fisher? Let's blow up the UPM. Let's see. Yeah, just sent a wick right into the 2-day 33 power mean. Is the 33 power mean powerful? Absolutely. Absolutely. And when it crossed down Fisher here, kind of a target. Kind of a target. You can see it was getting trapped though, right? Getting trapped below this 99 log MA. So it's probably about to pull back inside there. 103.7. 103.7. Was it 95 for Laplace? Pretty much. No, definitely second standard deviation. Yeah, this thing's really close to pulling back in. You see the 3-day. What did it tap up on? Always something. You're above wave trend. That's a start, Dixie. If Dixie can close this 3-day candle above this wave trend, I'm looking for the 33 power mean. It's going to be a hell of a move for Dixie. That's how this works. So 104.67. Wow. What about the weekly? We get back up to above wave trend here too. Having a little trouble with the 33 log MA. So close above that wave trend on the 3-day. Get up. I would say that's definitely going to give you a close above the 9 and the 33. Then you got the Fisher up here on the 5-day, same area. So reverse Fisher and 33 power mean on the 3-day, same area, 104.7. All right, now what were you going to say? Where you at?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I had to find Discord and unmute myself. There's two things that I noted when you did your workflow. If you go back to the 4-hour RMLR, this is just kind of confirming what you were saying.
There we go.
So you'll see that you had that cross to the top side on that RMLR. So I think that's your 7 length, depending on. So like you said, that's a very very powerful move, right? Because it mean reverted not only once but twice.
You're talking about the 30.
So
this is my 30 right here, Brett. You're talking about this 30 crossing up the 33 power mean.
Yeah. So it crossed there, right? So you'd get mean reverted on the 7 almost by default, but it blew through that and then went right up to the 33. So
right.
Power move, right?
Or this is
so
11. I've got mine 11 and 30.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've got a bunch of numbers floating around in my head, but yeah, the 11. So yeah, like I said, power move though, right? You had that cross, so you're gonna at least get to the whichever one is your bottom one is gonna mean revert that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then we go back to the 15. So wait, before you do that, what is that RMLR on that your top side RMLR? What is that? What does that mean?
This is the 30 line.
103.5. Yeah, it was about 103.5, 103.4.
Oh, what's the number? 103.516.
Yeah. So okay. So then go to your 15-minute.
Yeah, it's like
on your RMLR.
Well, it's going to be back up inside the 95 for Laplace and the first resistance on the daily. That's probably where it's shooting for. Let me see here. Boom. 15-minute on the RMLR.
All right. So you'll see here, and we got slightly different. See how you just had another little cross on your downside? So what this is telling me is that, so there's a bit of, there's trend going on. So when that trend ends, depending on when that trend ends, it's going to shoot right. It's going to try and mean revert down to that top side RMLR. So depending on how long that trend lasts, you could go sideways here and still have a topside move. But if that trend ends very quickly, you're now down to whatever that RMLR, that topside RMLR is, which is about 103.4.
Totally. Here, let me, my dog's all tangled up outside, staring and barking. I gotta go entangle this dude. He's got a bum leg, and I'm trying to get him to heal up. He is so pissed. He wants to just go run. Then he comes in limping. I can barely get him in. Here, let me put this on, boom, what is that, the 5-day? Man, this 5-day on Dixie's a trip. I'm telling you, Dixie's making some moves, especially that 3-day. This thing can close up above this wave trend. Powerful. I mean, look at all the wicks this thing's been sending in the wave trend and rejected. And this is a power move. If it closes a daily above this wave trend, especially over next week, I see this climbing another point at least, up to 104 point. You know, top side of the power mean band. If it really gets some fuel,
Well,
might go up to the reverse Fisher. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Well, these ways that the Fed did say they're probably not going to cut rates, but that doesn't matter, right? You can kind of see that Dixie's found its bottom, a few weeks ago, and it's been moving up ever since. So it reverted to the reverse wave trend, and then what it does from here, it'll determine what it'll do in the next couple months.
Can I ask, what do you think cutting rates would do to Dixie? Like this just that it did.
Send it down, right? Because you cut rates, that means the Fed prints more money. That means, in the simplest terms, that means more inflation, right? So dollar gets weaker, right? So sell pressure, right?
Shot.
This dog is a riot. I still got all these tree stumps out here. When I cut down all you should see the web he weaves with this long cable I'm on. Just gets tangled up. Pretty funny. Poor little guy. Now he's barking at me. Let me off this leash. Yeah, Dixie's running, man. If Dixie blows these probabilities out of the water, and guys, this thing's finding support above the 2SD right now. But if we're talking 4 hour, it already sent a wick above the 4 standard deviation. Let me see something. These low time frames here. Yeah, that's a problem. See, when you get big moves like this, I mean, there is no bear div. The bear div will start setting up. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, this whole move right here. Here's this is when you really learn the returns oscillator. Total bonus. I mean, look after the first big 6-minute candle. What happened to the returns? Returns dropped all the way down as this was rising up. Returns oscillator dropped all the way down to the 2SD band. So from the cross up, actually, let me blow this up. Is that a lower low from the last? Yeah, setting up hidden bull right now. Dixie's putting on some power moves here, man. Look at the DLP though. Look at the DLP. And when you take that into account with the probabilities where it's at on the 4 hour especially, 95.4 Laplace, man, or the 2SD. I mean, here's the 99.7 Laplace on the 4 hour candle. For crying out loud, that's at 103.642. This pulls back inside the 95.4 probability. You're back at the bottom of the weekly range. But here's the second standard deviation right inside the weekly. This is a tough one here. Dixie's.
I mean, listen, the groundhog says it's going to be in early spring, so I don't know what y'all are thinking, but obviously that's how it's going to go.
It's supposed to be 60 here next week. I'm like, bring it. Bring that 60-degree weather. Break the hose back out. Start washing my cars.
Bilbo, look at that entropy though. That entropy is falling very, very fast though.
Oh, it's right now it's freaking climbing back up into a random walk, prediction model flip.
Yeah, so I think this is going to pull back pretty quickly because I was looking at the 15-minute. That thing is.
Yeah, it should.
Looks like that.
Right. It's what we do here is probabilities. It definitely should. The probabilities are on that side for sure, 100% for this thing to pull back. So, I always look for, because even 99.7 Laplace, right? Even the 99.7 Laplace. Look at that first candle, wicked right to the 99.7, pulled back. Then you busted up to the 2SD on the daily, got above that 4th standard deviation, and that's about when you call it quits. Hell, this looks like a damn earnings play.
I think it's going to take about 30 more minutes, and then you'll really start to see this thing pulling back. Yeah. Just what I'm seeing on my reads. That's what my reads are saying. Is that give it about 30 minutes, then it's going to.
Look how tight this power mean band has been on this 6-minute. Holy crap! All the way back. When was this? Yeah, yesterday. What, in the afternoon? About almost 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here. Look how tight that thing was, and it finally Found some support down here on the Fisher. Got back up. Let me blow this up real quick. That thing closed some candles above the wave trend before it took off. Blow this up a little bit. Indeed it did, right there. So you get this little pump, little 15-minute candle to the 99 log MA, top side of the power mean band. Closes above wave trend there. Second one closing above wave trend. What? Let me see. Was there hidden right here? Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Lower low. Let me see the 15. I do mess up mine. Hold on. Let me see if I need to reset my price scale. Nope. It's good. Lower low. Lower low. No, man. This is just, boy. They caught some people with their panties down. I'll tell you that. Indeed. Let me see something real quick. Where was gold at? Yikes. Oh no. The BART pattern. It's called mean reversion. It's not BART. Boy, look at gold yesterday. Wow. Damn, gold. Hitting all these levels, man. Look at right at the end of the day on Wednesday, right? Gold runs back up, closes above its daily range. Last candle. After the dump out, right? Then it runs up, sends a wick. Sends that wick right into, let me see here. Where is that on the weekly? Is there a weekly level here hidden? That's one thing about these indicators. No, that's right. Isn't Dixie up here by all its supports? Give me a second here. Yeah, there's that weekly. I mean gold. Let's see. Gold's top side. Let's see. There's the first, second. Yeah, that's the top of gold's weekly range. Forgot about that. And yesterday, sent a wick right into the second standard deviation. 95 for Laplace, pulled right back down. Found support on the first standard deviation, closed right above it. Guys, gold's pretty spent here though. Like I said, top side of the weekly, which it does close today, 2061. We were talking about this early in the week, right? We missed a couple streams. All good. Here we are. And already, second standard deviation to the downside. You're below the 95 for Laplace on the daily right now. Tell you what, Dixie can keep this up here. Gold could come down here and test the weekly. Is what gold doesn't want to do is close today below this weekly. If gold closes below, let's just say 2018. Now, would that happen? That's a third standard deviation down here, so I doubt it. And here's a 95. There's a 95.4% chance that says it's not going to close below about 2029. And we already got a wick right into that area. This is tight though. This is pretty damn tight. And you're in between this tight monthly and the weekly. But I would imagine that I can't wait actually till Monday. And I got nothing. I'm not going to miss any streams next week. Next week's going to be wild, especially for gold. I mean, you guys, it could be a really interesting month. I mean, you don't see tight monthly ranges like this often. I mean, this is super tight. Guys, this asset's what, $2,031? The bottom side of the monthly is at 2039.9, top side 2040.4. Guys, holy shit, 50 cents? 50-cent gold range. That's ridiculous. Kind of gets me excited. Kind of makes me want to fire up the brokerage account. I'm not going to lie. Because this baby's going to be flying this month, man. Flying. But you got to remember, when you get a tight range like that, it is a magnet. Look what's happened already. Here it is, right? Data said, boom, it's trying to bust up here. Pulls right back down into the weekly resistance levels that are support. Makes another run to the top side of the weekly range. Sideways, right back down below it. You could see a lot of this. To get a sustained move to the top side, Dixie's just going to have to crap the bed next week, to be honest. Right now, it's looking pretty damn strong. Let me see something. Let's see gold mean reverting. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, I'm getting all excited. Got this little tingling. Jeez, look at this backfill. Holy crap. Yeah, gold. Trapped up between these RMLRs too. Which is good. Got a couple targets here. Top side 2065, bottom 2020. Beautiful, about a 45 point range. That is only on the daily. What's this weekly look like? I'm actually going to pop on the 21 day too. That is the monthly I'm looking at. It is traditional markets. If you want to get a real good monthly read, look at the 21 day. In my opinion, a lot of people still just look at a monthly chart. I want to get it as close as possible. So the top side up there, we talked about that. 2083 is the top side. Okay, got the RMLR down here that is finding support on the 33 power mean. but we're talking below 2K, 1984. What's this 21 day look like? Scale this down a little bit. Yeah, I got a big number to the top side, 2183 up here for the 11 length. 30's right down here. At this point, wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this 30 tap first. Having a little data feed there, no problemo. 20.
And you know what?
2010.
I've been
Yo, what's that?
I've been kind of pimping it all week. If you want something at least wild today, say super microcomputers.
I saw some.
It's probably gonna pull back another $50 today. So who knows?
What's the ticker?
SCMI.
SCMI. Oh yeah. SCMI.
Or SMCI. Sorry.
SMCI.
Super microcomputer.
Boop boop boop. Oh yeah, super micro. Come on. Jesus. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Taiwan get invaded or something?
Taiwan got it. Wait, and this would just fall off the map.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh man, what a beautiful. This is why we love the RMLRs. Brings a tear to my eye. My little baby boy.
Right, this thing is still in 3-day trend, right? And it's opening a new candle today.
Jesus Christ, 594.
Yeah, this was $450 2 weeks ago.
What the fuck? Yeah, man, it was down here. Look, it bounced right off the.
It's moving $50 a day.
Dude, it was at 240 when it pulled back from here. Let's see. First, it got up to about 350. Did a little slow pullback. Right, look at the RMLRs crossing. This thing just mean reverted sideways, but then eventually made its way right to the 33 power mean. That damn, it was about $240. Jesus, man, boy, this thing ripped. But yeah, you got up above. You got up above the 11, found support. Look at that candle right there. Barely, closed right at the bottom side of it, and then whap, right up to the 30 length. Yes, or the last 5 day and this 5 day. Damn, man.
I mean,
let me throw
so
this on the watch list.
A single 1 minute candle can be a 1% move, right? So this is I used this equivalent yesterday. It's like BTC ripping up $400 in 1 minute, right? So that's a pretty big move, equivalent. So, I mean, this is a scalper's dream right here. Now, it'll probably settle down in a couple weeks, but because, the ranges are so big that, you just got to follow the VEPS. And when it makes a move, it's going to make a move. And it's going to make a move $10 at a time.
Damn, this thing's cooking. Even on the 5 day, just getting into a nice trend. What was the 21? Did I even get a read? No, not even getting entropy on the monthly. 5 day. Higher highs here too. Higher highs, you are way outside the power mean band, so we know what's going to happen at some point. You're going to get a test of the top side here at some point. God, man. Right now on the 5 day, it's just a little bit over 300. Not financial advice, but yeah, I would be taking some profits on this bad boy for sure. This thing is spun up. Yeah, you're just all these macro time frames. Look how tight the power mean band was. For a 3-day chart, pretty damn tight. Now this 3 days in a bunch of trend. Higher highs on the return oscillator. This drops down to the 2SD band, it will set up some hidden bull. I don't know though, man. This thing looks a little. I was like, where's the bear div at, man? There's no way there's not going to be any bear div here in something macro. Not even macro. We're talking about the daily. You are still above the zero mean. If this would have been a nice rejection right here, this thing would already be tumbling, heading towards the top side of the power mean band, which next week could happen. 460, that's more in the cards. This thing right now though is just pumping, trending. When you pull back up inside the third standard deviation band, second standard deviation band, and the prediction model doesn't flip and it continues to trend. Wow. Power moves, man. Look at all the correlation breaks too. Woo! Daily. The boy, I'll tell you what, man, that's really hard. Really hard right there. Even for me, and I've been doing this for, Jesus, working on 7 years, working with the volatility indicator anyway. A lot of correlation breaks. This is where this gets hard. This is where you have to have a workflow, especially intraday. If you're trading this intraday, shit can the daily chart. Start at about the 4 hour. That daily would just really get you confused, in my opinion. Hell, it'd get me confused. Let me see here. Look at this thing, steady bopping. Still setting up a lot of bear. So on the 4 hour, definitely a lot of bear div. But it's above the zero mean. Good Lord, man. Just, damn, 2400 falling off a cliff right now, positively correlated. 981 is contracting, negatively correlated. What's the low length? Can't really see it underneath there. Looks like it's expanding again and it's positive. Oh, there you go. There you go. You see on some of these intraday lower time frames, man. Got some, yeah. Ooh, boy, it's trying to stay below. This if this pulls down, it continues to the downside here. This could pull back. Top side of the power mean band on that, and I'm talking about intraday. This is going to be way the hell out. We haven't even looked at this thing on the VRE. This is going to be a riot. Let's check this out real quick.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance.
That's right. Out. It's out. Some good shit happening. So here's the center of the weekly, center of the monthly. Man, this thing is just blown out all kinds of ranges, especially the weekly. 1, 2. You're at the top of the weekly range right now. So, this thing's probably spun up for today. Pull this down a little bit. There's the top of the monthly right above it. Yeah? No. Is there another one up there? Might be another. Yeah, there is one more. There it is. So, as the weekly goes, this thing is at the top of the range. If it closes up here by the top of the weekly range, man, this thing could continue next week. Because we got some monthly targets up here now. 630 area. Top side of the monthly by the close at the end of the month, obviously. Thanks, Sherlock. About 730. Damn. Yeah, this is tough right here, man. This is tough. This is tough. I would definitely, I'd be taking some profit. I'll tell you that right now. You can always get back in the trade. I would be taking this profit, sitting back and chilling, waiting for the new week to open. Because this weekly range is just going to fly up here. Here, let's give you a little idea. So the start right now, it's kind of tough. If it were to close right now, right around 550 probably, right around 550 area. This is tough though, because this thing's been just such a bull. I'm seeing what I usually look for though, and yeah, right about here too, right about the second resistance level. Hell, it might even be a little lower there, 447 area. It's probably where I'd be targeting it. But if this thing continues to climb today, which probability wise, good Lord, where are you, baby? Where are you? I mean, you got the 95. You're sitting at the top side of the 68.3 right now. Hell, here's the first standard deviation, 95 for Laplace right up here. Good Lord, man, this thing's on a mission, isn't it? But yeah, probably gonna see this pullback though. Let's go back down, see even go lower. 45.
Yeah, boy.
This thing popped right back up above the freaking zero mean though. Good Lord. There was some nasty bear div, and it was just like, nope. Yeah, just right here too. 33 minute. Bunch of bear div below the zero mean. Pop, pops right back up above it on an outlier. Look at the volatility. All the volatility's starting to expand again. 33 minute totally contracted. This thing could have a power move. It's already at the 33 minute 95 for Laplace. That little blue line right there. Interesting. Yeah, this 33 minute candle ranged right between the mean and the 95.4. Beautiful. Right? Gapped up, pulled back, shot it to the moon. Interesting.
Brain dance!
Well, that's enough of this beast. Make me jealous. Coins pumping like that. AMD's up 3.4%. You think taking a big spill? Got any earnings? Let's see here. TNX. Nah. What's going on, corn? Just flat, huh? Flat corn. Cornholio is flat. Oh, it's delayed. Never mind. That's right. That's right. Let me see something here. Yeah. Yields up today. Wow. Yeah, the dollar ripping like that, man. 10 years up 3.7%. Almost back up to 4%. Interesting.
Yeah, and you had unemployment was down from what was the forecast for 3.8? It's actually 3.7.
Unemployment down. Oh, you mean people are actually just more people are going back to work?
Or they're reporting they're being unemployed less, whatever the case is.
Dude, we live in clown
The number-
world. It's people going back to work.
The reported number is down from 3 point. I mean, it's basically what they said it would be 3.8.
The
3.7.
gaslighter in chief. Ugh, this guy's a joke. Americans.
Hey,
are
I'm just
so
reading the
grossed
numbers,
out
man.
right
I'm just
now.
reading the numbers. I'm just reading the numbers. I'm not gaslighting.
Oh, I was talking. I was talking about the
Well,
United
I
States.
know,
the
I know,
gaslighter
man, I
in
know.
chief.
You're talking about the clowns in the suits. I know.
Jesus Christ, Meta. Meta obviously had earnings up $70, up 17.63%. Meta's having a fucking heyday on some earnings.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Part of Meta's earnings call is that they're doing like a $50 billion stock buyback. So that is like one piece of news that will actually probably drive price, because that'll increase buy pressure, because Meta's obviously going to come in and buy $50 billion worth of stock, right? Because when a company does that, one of the criteria is that the company actually thinks the stock is going to go up, right? So when they go back and resell it, they increase their equity stake, right? They increase their cash flow from the equity side. So that's going to drive some high pressure.
Jesus, this thing's blowing out the distributions, man. 5th standard deviation on the daily. This is not sustainable. We've seen these earnings plays, though. We've seen a ton of them close above the 4th standard deviation.
Yeah.
You're outside the you're outside the 5th standard deviation on the 4 hour. Gee, many Christmas.
Yeah, that is definitely a TP. I mean, you can look at the other indies, but just that's a TP.
My God.
I mean, if
you
you let that sit on the table, you asking for it. I mean, it can still go up, whatever. Look at the other indicators.
You were above the weekly range. That's always good, too, going in earnings. Where are you at within that week? Where's that weekly volatility range? Are you below or above? And I'm talking the center. Man, this thing is like blowing out everything. I mean, you got one more stop up here. Here's the top side of the monthly at 483.87. You're above the second resistance. You've blown out the weekly range. The weekly range is down there. 416, 415. Maybe people taking profits here, man. I don't know. It's pretty damn strong. That's a hell of a dump back down. But by the close today, high probability. High probability. Hell, here's the 99.7 Laplace, man. 99.7 Laplace today at 429.94. Is that correct? Yeah, that's it. Jesus, man. Here's the 95.4 and the second standard deviation at 411.
So I've kind of learned that from these earning plays, when the distributions get blown out, what you really need to be watching is the high time frame trend and the RMLRs. So RMLR will say, hey, you're going to get mean reversion as long as trend not in play. Well, the trend here, especially on an intraday time frame that I particularly like, you're going to get mean reversion, but that's only and you'll get it even if the price goes like sideways or even up. So I wouldn't count on pulling back today.
Yeah, but you still want to have your profits in hand once this trending move stops. Like it's like on the 15 minute, it's a crazy outlier on everything, man. Like on the VRE and on the trend, on the entropy and on the variance, it's insane outlier. Returns oscillator, and yeah, sure, it's playing out a bull div right now, but that doesn't mean it's gonna. How long is it going to last, right? And once it levels off or starts slowing down on the run up, probably a good place to take profit.
470 would have loved it at $88. November of 22.
Right.
Good Lord. We're at a target here, though, coming into the end of the month here on the 5-day. Here's the RMLR on the top side. Let me scale this down a little bit.
On these earnings plays, though, you can absolutely scalp this to the downside, right? It's just don't stay in the scalp thinking it's going to go all the way back down. So it's just not realistic, just from certain time frame perspectives within the VEPS, right? Even though it blew out the distributions, things will just keep it high, unfortunately. and then it might find support on, I think there's a monthly level before it, so it's just,
You're
you're
at the
playing the
3
wind.
SD on the
Playing the wind.
5-day. You're at the 3 SD on the 5-day candle. The 99.7 Laplace is at the 30 length RMLR. I mean, if this thing 444, there's the 2 SD and 95.4 Laplace on the 5-day candle. And this thing on the 3-day, this 3-day candle is probably going to be just wrecked. Yeah, you're above the 99.7 on the 3-day. Damn, man. Damn. Yeah, just got a new 2-day, which is all good. But look, you're up here at the tip. You're at both RMLRs. You're up here at third standard deviation band. We know what happens. Or we could have. I would seriously be taking some profits. If I had any of these freaking Zucker bucks, I'd be selling them all.
I think when it comes to these and then blowing out the dailies distributions, you really have to rely on the 4-hour distributions, right? Because those get reprinted every 4 hours, right? So where that third standard deviation is on the 4-hour, now that's probably going to be a hard line of resistance, and that actually falls for the monthly resistance to the top side. So,
I mean, you're up here by the 5th standard. You're above the 5th standard deviation on this 4-hour. It's at 472. Crazy, man. Or wait a minute. 472. No. Yeah, is it up there? Yep. You're right above it. Barely above it. 5th standard deviation on this 4-hour candle. Good Lord, man. So 130. Let's see what happens by 130. I mean, if the probabilities take over, I mean, you're sending wicks into the 5th standard deviation on the daily. Just ridiculous. And people wonder where these earnings plays go. What do the algos do when this kind of shit happens? You don't think they know where these standard deviation levels are? They probably know them all the way up through fucking 10, 15, 20 of them. Trust me, you never know what these assets are going to do. But when you get outside, this is real math. It's probabilities, right? It's like there's people out there using all this lagging information to try to analyze these markets, man. It's just not going to work out for you very well. God damn, Meta's almost up 20%. Wow. If you're holding Meta, you're a happy camper. Amazon's up 7. What did it have? A little earnings? Oh, you just a little guy. If it wasn't for Meta, I'd be like, wow, Amazon having a nice earnings.
So Apple had earnings too, but I think they're in the pooper. I hadn't looked at them this morning, but Apple's kind of toast, right? Outside of their phone revenue, nobody cares about Apple.
This thing's at the second resistance level too. Here's the thing, though. The probabilities were spread out a little more on Meta. You're up here by the 5th standard deviation on this 4-hour candle on this earnings play, and the 4th standard deviation on the daily. So they both had similar moves. Just nothing. I mean, Metas were just a lot wider. Top of the monthly range is at 180.9. 180.9 for Amazon. Poor Amazon. Jesus, I'm going to have to replace you. Going to have to replace you. Yeah, let me see. Apple getting recoed to the downside, huh? It popped back up pretty nice. Pop back up so far. Let's see, where'd that go down to on the daily? All the way to the, what is that, 3rd? Yeah, 3rd standard deviation. Pulled back up immediately, though. Gaps down. Right to where? Right to about little under 180. Dipped a little more, like I said, to that 3rd standard deviation and ripped it back up. And got a wick. That's the bottom of the daily range. Bottom green line here. And if you can close, you can get some 15-minute candles closing back inside this 1st standard deviation at 180, like let's just say 184. You're going to be right back up in this daily range. You gapped right down through it, so it's been tested. But you're probably going to get back in this monthly. Now, there was the rejection too. Remember when I was talking about you're going into earnings and Meta was above its weekly? Look at Apple. Apple going into the earnings, hell, you had a weekly range way up above the monthly. But look, at the beginning of the week, Apple just makes its way down below that weekly. Let me see something real quick. That thing get tested? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, close enough anyway. Close enough, yeah, right there. But yeah, look at this thing. Freaking, so you go into earnings play, tale of two worlds. Where are you going, data set? right before earnings. You're literally rejecting off the center of the monthly. So that was a no-brainer play. So was Meta, in my opinion, because it was sitting on top of the weekly. Beautiful. Kind of gave everybody a little insight of what was going on. Not the news. You can read everything you want. I'm telling you. That'll get you wrecked every time.
So, and it's no surprise that Apple is actually pulling up. So they had good earnings, right? It's not like they had bad earnings. It's just stable. But they're below the weekly, too. They're below the weekly range. So it's probably going to charge right back up there. And I think that's right below the monthly. So.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry not to interrupt you. Go, oil. To the downside, you shitcoin. Yeehaw! I love it when oil dumps. Let's get down to about $30 a barrel. Get Orange Daddy back in office and get this shit corrected. Let's see here. Yeah, and same thing with oil, man. This looked systematically yesterday. This thing's up here rejecting off the, what was that, top of the daily range. Broke down through the weekly. There was the bottom of the weekly right there. Look at the bulls. They know. You don't think these algos know where these areas are? They're like, no, you're not going to do this to us. We're going to close up in this weekly range. No, you're not. Not only that, you're going to close below the monthly. Oil's fucked right now. Pardon my French. Wow. You're below the 2SD too on the daily. Interesting. Throw oil up on the RMLRs. Let's see what's going on here. What is going on with oil?
The way Earthbeer, you said nobody cares about Apple. I would have to disagree with that, man. Like, it used to be like what? Like, it used to be like 5% of the market share. Now Mac OS is 20% of the market share, and in the U.S., the iPhone is the dominant phone. I mean, I would say that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing to scoff at, but I think they're. How do I phrase this? Is that they're a buy and hold from an option standpoint. I mean, there's not the juice there, right? Because it only moves. I mean, even for Apple, a $10 dump is pretty big, but it moves like $2 a day tops, right? So,
yeah,
where you get something like Microsoft, which is now like the biggest company in the world, right? That moves like $7 a day. So it's from an option standpoint, Apple is just not a very attractive,
Right, from an option, but I would say from a.
Oh yeah, it's sexy. If it was a woman, I'd date her. I like Apple.
Apple's the woman that stays home. She's not the one that's going to the bar every night, right? So
yeah,
that's the kind of woman you settle down with. That's the dating type. That's not the hey, let's just have fun for a day sort of type, right? So to fit that analogy.
You're coming from the other side. I see it the exact opposite way. Because I'm Apple.
I'll put it this way. Yeah, I'll put it this way. They design the look and feel of the Windows OS on Mac.
Bro, so. I'm like dating. I'm engaged to Apple. She's gonna be my wife. But when I want to go visit a crack whore outside the convenience store, I'll go hit up, back by the dumpster. I'll go hit up the PC for the one nighter.
I mean, to me, all the operating suck. All the operating suck. Like, none of them are perfect, and they're all years behind where they should be. But when it comes to like user interface design or creative media design, there's no. I love Linux. I love C. I love Mac for their own separate strengths. But when it comes to the creative stuff, there's no question Mac is better. No question.
You get PC for the flexibility.
Yeah, PC is super flexible, very powerful. Got all those great stuff, all those powerful tools, Excel, whatever. It's true. But you also have those same tools on Mac. They're just, arguably more powerful on a PC, arguably.
There's also Apple is they've got tight controls over their own supply chain, right? You can only fit certain things in an Apple computer, right? Versus PC, you can plug and play, right? So
correct. Yeah,
it's different. It's a different market.
It's a different experience, a different market entirely. That's what I'm saying. Is they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, just like everybody else. I would not say that nobody cares about.
From what I've seen, it's just constantly under attack too.
Mm.
It's like all the hackers are on Macs.
They're all Linux, really.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, but looking forward prospectively from Apple, right? Okay, yeah, they got the Mac OS, right? So it's just very stable, right? The only thing that any new product they got come out is what the augmented reality headset, and that's it.
Right.
That's probably not going to be a big driver of their bottom line,
Yeah,
right? So
certainly
I mean,
not.
at the end of the day, it's just they're just going to just chug right along. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to chug along. That's true. But they have a loyal fan base, and they have, customers that like what they make. And yeah, I mean, they all do. And obviously, Windows is like 70% of the market share of desktop, which is huge. But it's down from 90%, right? And Mac took that extra 20%. So I personally would love to see Linux be the dominant operating system, but it's not. But it is for web servers and stuff like that. If you run, enterprise servers and stuff, you're running Linux. You're not running Windows. You're not running Mac. You're running Linux or things like it, BSD, stuff like that. So they all have their strengths. They all have their weaknesses. But I still think they all suck. Like, why do I have to wait for a computer to turn on or to shut off? When I push a button, it should be instant. I think it's silly that it's not.
Just let the dog off his leash and he's going to go break his ass up again. Got a little target here. Look at the 3-day on oil. 3-day just hit the RMLR. That's the 11. Boom. I mean, sitting right at it. Just a little, where's it at? Yeah, a little bit below it. 2 cents. 2 cents. 3 cents. You go to the 2-day. You broke the 33 power mean, broke the 11, got the 30 hanging out around $68. 68.11. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing come down here. Am I talking about today? Maybe. 68.11. We got down here. 95. Where's the 95.4? Nope. 95.4% chance it doesn't close below like 71. So maybe going into next week. Whoops. Maybe going into next week. Let's see the daily. Uh-oh. Boy, barely hanging on to the daily. Barely hanging on to the daily 33 power mean. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's check this out. Where are you, buddy? What? Oh, I was like, what the hell? It's a 4-hour. Like, that's on 33. Wow, yeah. This thing, you gotta love it. Right to the bottom of the power mean band where the 33 was. Wick right into that little pink dot. That little pink dot is that little pink line right there. Boy, oh boy. Tell you what, man. You close below this daily 33, you're going to be below the power mean band. Yeah, I might retract what I said about this 2-day, 3-day. And this thing could have found a bottom. If it didn't, this thing is really we're going to see some action to the downside. Where's this 4-hour? Below both. Oh boy, getting ready to break down too. There's a little cross down there. There's a second one. You're getting the 30 getting ready to do it too. Next week could be rough on oil. I'm not going to complain. Drop, you shit. Piece of
And then
dunk.
just to wheel back is Dixie is starting to it's teetering. It's
Oh yeah.
it's messing with that 2SD, but
And SPY. So, I mean, SPY literally did. I mean, go back to yesterday's stream. I mean, I literally play by played SPY. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Closed where I thought it was going to close. Pretty interesting. Found support right on that first support of the weekly yesterday. Then just flew from the first support on the weekly all the way up almost to first resistance, which it's above right now. If SPY closes up here, Lord have mercy next week. And this is with Dixie pumping. SPY's like, I don't give a shit. Get out of here, shitcoin. I'm doing my thing. It's having a party. Now, daily range-wise, it didn't gap up through that sucker. It is down here looming, but look at the last 15-minute candle. We've seen how this is working lately, right? Definitely tested that new daily range coming in. You think that just happened by chance? No. They know. They know where these levels are at. Then boom, it just gaps up and continues. Right to the top side of the daily, 68.3. Chat, first resistance level on the daily. SPY can run here, man. SPY could definitely run. Top of the daily is way up here at about 496. 496. Hell, 95 for the plus. Right under it. For standard deviation, about 493.17. Wow. Yeah, Dixie's way up there, but hey, man, it's definitely stabilizing up in those areas. As high as it is. But here's the thing: if Dixie does pull back, it's going to be quick. It's going to be one of those Swifties, man. Not the porno star that's on X or whatever. Not that Swifty. Let me see here.
Have a look at AVAX.
Oh, we're going back.
4 hour. Crazy.
Yeah, AVAX was moving yesterday.
Yep, moved up a lot today too.
Yeah, 6.23. Yeah, dominance is probably coming down. Yeah, it is down 0.38.
Literally hit the second standard, or the second Laplace perfectly on this 4 hour. I mean, to the freaking line. Amazing.
On the juke back up to 62 cents. Go, you little shit coin. I got a pile of you sitting around somewhere allegedly. I have to search through all my wallets. So fun being your own bank.
Yeah.
So fun being your own bank. Kind of, now you know how, like, the Fed feels, right? Do whatever you want.
Right.
It's great being your own bank. We just run
They're-
shit.
They're more than their own bank, right? They're their own bank and money.
Exactly.
Oh, we got to mine more of this stuff. No problem. Hitting the button.
AVAX
Just
back up
move
above
the
its
decimal
monthly.
place, right? Just move the decimal place 2 places to the right.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just give some more to our friends.
That's what you want on AVAX, right? We want a lot of crypto. A lot of crypto's weeklies are below the monthlies.
Yep.
Tell you what, AVAX stays up here the rest of the weekend, above the top of the monthly, you're going to get a new weekly. It's definitely going to pull up above the monthly, which would be good for AVAX. What's Sol look like? I know Sol ran. Yeah, having a nice little stiff pullback. Was up almost, 102.5? Nice. Up above the monthly. Love it. And Bitcoin too.
Yep.
You see. Yeah, got up above that monthly. Probably retesting it right now. Actually dump back down below it. I want to see Bitcoin close back up in this monthly range. But if it just hovers around here, these alts will go crazy. A lot of them already are. Let's see Sol one more time. Okay, so like AVAX, right? Here's Sol's weekly range. Keep it up here. All weekend, stay above this monthly. No problem. This weekly's going to pop up. No problemo.
Yeah.
Get this freak show going. Get this freak show going. Very interesting.
Yeah, and you got Bitcoin basically dancing around that power mean, and you just had an intersect on that power mean last candle. So
yeah,
now we're having
saw what Donnybrook. We need to make a new intro where that I love that with the old ticker noise in the background with just a voiceover just saying we'll be what we're covering today.
Right. Well, I do have an old school, like an OG style news ticker. I've even made a few for us, but haven't run them. But we can run them. I just need to update them.
Let me see here. Yeah, beautiful. All right, what else are we doing here? Running out of stuff to talk about. We already been cooking an hour. About 27 minutes. We'll start cutting these streams.
2 hours later.
2 hours is too damn long. If you can't cover everything you need to cover in an hour and a half, I could probably do it in an hour, but I will be talking very quickly.
Right.
And that's just covering, let's just say you just cover BTC, Dixie, gold, maybe SPY, a couple of the big alts, Sol, Solana, AVAX. He didn't mention Ethereum. Yeah, because Ethereum's a gas scam. That will not be involved.
So funny. I just made a little shorter video about.
Yeah, back to super microcomputer real quick. 7-minute candle dumped 25 points.
Oh yeah, it looked like it was
That's
coming.
what I'm saying, man. It's just I wasn't in the move. I saw it, but I was just like, it's still a little early. There's still a meaner version that's probably going to happen. She's going to test the top of the daily.
Profit, right?
It's this is like that 1 7-minute candle gives you probably a 3x, right? I mean, this is it's just ridiculous.
Now remember, that's the top of the weekly range too.
You know, that's what I was like. I mean,
Came back, tested the daily. Which, look at the last, I love this, man. I'm seeing this a lot in a lot of assets. Right before the close, we're sending wicks into where the new ranges are going to be, which, hey, man, let's do it. But now it's coming down. Going to test this daily. You drop below this daily range, well, that's a trip. Daily is below the 68.3 plus. So you got the first standard deviation here. I would be targeting this second resistance level that is support now, probably 546. God, that's another 30 points. Yeah. That's what I'd be looking for. If it does break through, if it breaks down into this daily range, gets below it, probably going to end up closing somewhere down around here. And that is in between 95.4 Laplace for standard deviation. More likely, probably would close right at one of those areas. 530, 540, 540 area. We'll see. It's definitely starting to sell off. Maybe somebody from somebody trading MSC, I can't even say it, SMCI, was watching the live stream. Hey man, these guys got distribution levels and shit. They're saying we should probably take profit. The probabilities say take profit. The volatility says take profit. Maybe we should take profit. Sell it all. Sell it all. And dump it on them.
yeah, but this is one of those. I think this is a really good example on a ticker on traditional stock where if you don't have volatility, the volatility tools, you're better off just leaving this ticker alone, right? Because you get wrecked real quick.
Yep. Indeed, man. Indeed. Can definitely, you're trading without all this leading information. Can you imagine? We don't even want to imagine it. Could you imagine going at these markets using all those old tools? All the traditional TA. It would take you about 5 seconds and you'd just be like, this is why I left. I mean, it's worthless. Once you start trading with all of these volatility tools, volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics, you will never go back. If you give it a chance to get root and you start to really understand the basics, you'll never go back. Guaranteed. You'll feel like, you'll feel a little underdeveloped going back, right? You have to strap a helmet on. Probably be licking windows all the way.
And I'm sitting here watching SMI, man, this thing can rip up another 25 points pretty easily on mean reversion, right? So how would you know that without VEPS, right?
Yeah. Poor save too, man. Spirit Airlines dumped out and it just is stuck at $6. Stuck at 6. That's okay. Well, I bet the dollar is just, what's the dollar doing right now? Still up there? Oh, Jesus. It's ripping. No wonder. Tell you what, man. The dollar could wreck these markets. If the dollar goes on a rampage, look out. Look out. Be interesting to see what happens with cryptos. Crypto's trying to pretty much separate from what I've seen. Gold popped back up to 2034. Dixie continues to rise, though. Gold's going to flush out here at some point. I'm still targeting this thing breaking inside 2K again. Probably before the end of this month. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Dixie, though. Gee, many Christmas. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you find support on the center of that monthly, man. And we know what happened right here, right? I forget what time frame that was. But whammo. Way up. Holy crap, man. This thing is 1, 2, 3. And what did it do? It came back down and tested the 99.7 Laplace on the 4 hour. Ripped it right back up. What, for standard deviation? Good Lord, man. This thing's on a mission. You close this 4 hour candle, which is coming in hot here. Let me see. Pretty sure it's closing real soon. Or did it just close? I don't think it just did. No, I'm getting a new one. Yeah, 51 minutes. So 11 o'clock. Jesus. I like 4 hour candles like that. That's pretty. Pretty 4 hour candle. Higher high, too. Higher high. That's what I was talking about. This thing would have pulled back and closed lower. It still can. We got 50 minutes, but man, this thing's looking strong. And wow, what? Hello, data feed error. What's happening here? It's the wrong outlier, I would say. What would you gentlemen say? What is happening with the 4 hour variance on the dollar. Can somebody else pull up their 4-hour variance? See if you're getting the same read. Because that is an outlier to the downside. Even Dixie's move even like shocked the freaking VEPS charts. What? Started down outlier on that 4-hour candle, ripped right back up.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting that read at all, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm having a little bit of a something going on here. Yeah, that's the outlier you should be seeing. Let me go back over now. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Why that would be giving that read. 4 hours freaking on me. Yeah, see, even on the daily, right? We're having an outlier to the downside. It changed mid drift. Whoop, right back to the top. Yeah, don't quite know. Look, you close the week. You closing the week with this volatility like this on the daily time frame, man. I'm telling you, look out. This thing closes up here. These high distribution levels, and I'm talking about on the daily. Look freaking out. I mean, you're above the 2 SD on the daily already.
I can explain why that outlier is showing that pink. It's because you've got basically kind of flat-ish correlation, slightly down on the variance, but kind of flat on the AVR, and the volatility went way up, obviously, on the volatility. The correlation's kind of flat, so that's why it's giving.
Yeah, this should not be having a strong outlier like this to the downside.
Not like that, no. But it's just because the correlation flattened out a little, and on variance, it's pointing down a bit, so it's like a little bit negatively correlated.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that bad boy. That's crazy looking. Crazy looking. What's this Dixie move? Yeah, man. I've been waiting for it to happen. Well, it happened. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Whap. Yeah, setting up that hidden. Get this big run, this big outlier. The whole time the variance was coming down, negatively correlated. Price action continued to walk up as it was setting up hidden bull. Look at that. The returns oscillator turned down right after the first 15-minute candle. We showed this earlier. And it was setting up all this bear div. Man, the DLP candle. Look, all these DLP candles were above the 99% confidence interval. It pulled back in right here. Hell, it's making another run at it. And look, remember? We pulled back inside that 3 SD band. Prediction model broke. This thing turned right back down in trend at the 2 SD band. Low length volatility's contracting, negative. The other two still expanding, positive. This 15-minute, you're sitting at the 95.4 Laplace right now, too. Look at that nice little clear out. That's beautiful, man. Previous to the bottom side of the 95.4, pull it back up, right almost to the 68.3, and then rip it to the top side, 95.4. Yes. Yes. Love the VEPS. People are like, where are these wicks going to? Where are these candle closes at? Well, come to Alpha Trading. Links in the description of the videos. Open up a support ticket. Request a free volatility starter pack. You will get access to that chart and the educational channels that go along with the indicators you will receive. And you're going to be in the Discord. All right? A lot of good people in here. Ask questions. If you're watching these videos, if you're already in the Discord and you're just a wallflower, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get too far. Hey, man, if you want to study this stuff by yourself and just look at the education, everything we've put together for you, kudos. All right? We didn't have anybody in the beginning. Literally. Had one guy, and he's a freaking maniac. He's still a maniac. So it wasn't like we had somebody to go ask a question to. If you asked a question, you got yelled at like a little kid. 55 years old. Nobody's going to yell at me. Fucking clown. Let's see here. Yeah, you can only take so much. Well, he's sick. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of sick people. All those sick people aren't total assholes, though. All right, let's go. Then you'll wonder why you're sick.
Right.
Huh? A lot to be said about how you treat people in this world. It's going to come back on you.
Never an excuse, right?
Yeah, man.
Never an excuse to treat somebody poorly, even if you're having a bad day.
Yeah, because you never know. Because what usually, it's always all reactionary. You know, maybe somebody, you have no idea what other people are going through. You have no clue. One of their parents might have just passed away. Or in my case, I lost my dog. I was a train wreck for months. I'm still kind of a little train wreck, but I mean, I was not in, I was just, it was rough. It was rough. I'm sure I was not too pleasant to be around for a little while. Thank God a lot of people that are close to me knew what was going on. So, you know, instead of being a negative influence, they're helping. Which, if you're listening, I appreciate it. Still miss my boy.
No.
Still miss my boy.
But
Thinking about a Rottweiler.
there you go. That's a good dog.
Sweet little lover too. Get a female. A little
Yeah.
female. Although I've always been I don't really like getting full-blooded animals. They definitely don't last as long. But
Yeah, that's the thing.
Bubba, you'll love a bull terrier. I know we're talking about dogs,
Yeah,
but
bull
look into
terrier.
a bull terrier.
Nice.
Yeah, not a bull, not a pit bull or anything, but that thing is an absolute unit.
Oh yeah.
It entertains itself.
They're super cute too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Ugliest dog on the block.
I'm just gonna sit here and pimp. So like when the entire time I was growing up, I'm like, I'm getting a German Shepherd. I'm getting a German Shepherd. I'm getting a German Shepherd. But when it actually came to a dog, I got a Beagle mix. Beagles are the best.
Yeah,
dog.
they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
Beagles are literally the best dogs. So, I mean, they'll bark, and they're very social. But
It's
they're-
amazing
they're-
the noise that can come out of a little dog.
Mm.
Dude,
Right,
they
yes.
are- holy shit, beagles can rip it. They're cute. I like beagles too, man.
Yeah.
All dogs.
it's whenever a fire truck or ambulance passes by, I know it. I can hear the sirens, and then my dog rips out a howl.
Totally.
It's scared like coworkers when I'm on like a call, right? When he'll just start howling. But it's a good guard dog. I mean, most dogs won't bite another person, even if they're trained to do it. So you got to have a dog that makes noise.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this 21 day on the dollar, right? There was the first wave trend test. Right back to the top of the power mean band. Right back to the wave trend. We're going to get in another move here. We already went through this too. This thing is getting back up above the 9 log MA as we speak. As we speak. Then you got the 33 and the 99s right at the bottom of the power mean band right now. I mean, right at the bottom. It's actually a good setup, man. Still bullish. I mean, remember, Dixie went on this massive run. It was, what, 94? Hell, it was lower than that. What were the lows on that bad boy? It's like the low 90. Yeah, 90. This thing ripped up to, what, 107? Pulled back, tested the wave trend. This is what happens. You get outside the power mean band, mean reversion. And then when you start breaking inside that 9 log MA, that's usually when you're going to get your first test, and you did. And it bounced right back to the top side, right back to the wave trend. Close this 21 day above here. This thing's going to go on a run again. Damn. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hell, Dixie ran up to like 114, not 107. Top side of the power mean band's 107. Pretty close anyway, 106.5. I could see this. I could see it. Look at the volatility on the 21 day, man. This thing is just contracting, negatively correlated. If this continues walking up and then just ebb and flows into a pump, you get all the positive correlation, Dixie could fly. Fly. Damn. That old weekly. There you go. Back up above the 33. The 9's turning back up, both of those. And this is on a 5-day. The 9 and the 33 log MA. Returns are above the mean. Variance is rising. Got the Fisher up here at 104.7. Top of the power mean band, 105. Let's freaking go. Let's go, Dixie. All right. Goodness gracious. Crazy.
And the super microcomputer just ripped up 10 points.
Yeah.
Said
There's
it's
Bitcoin.
just crazy.
After Bitcoin's little spill, it's back up 43. Get down to 15. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And setting up hidden bear. Right at the top of the power mean band. Set up hidden. All right. Higher high, lower high. Where's it going now? Is it just going to hang on to the wave trend here? Is it going to find support? Because this can flip around. This can flip around. So what you want to see is this hidden bear set up hidden bull. Right? Maybe come back down to 42.9. Drop that returns oscillator below the zero mean. And from the cross, boom, get some hidden bull to pop this thing. I want to see a good close. Good close today going into the weekend. Crypto could have a nice little fun ride this weekend. Indeed it could. Where are the CMEs at? 43 and 1 1/4. Solana. Damn. Solana bounced too. What was it down? 99. It's back up 101. Zip. Same thing. Solana and Bitcoin. Same. Looking identical, man. Very correlated. They usually are. They usually are. You are right below the 33 power mean setting up this hidden. Same thing. Come back down to the wave trend. Might drop the returns oscillator below the zero mean. And from the cross and from this area. Alright. You get some nice hidden bull. Maybe pop it to the top of the power mean band. 101.66. Get back up to where we started the day at.
Can I ask, can we look into Sol BTC or whatever the pairing is, just to see if Solana got stronger or weaker during this pump? Because if Sol got stronger to BTC, that's a good sign. Then it's altcoin season technically. If Sol got weaker to BTC during this pump, there we are. So that's good. All right. Right. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually looks real similar. Same thing.
That's what we want. We don't want it to be a red builder and then the USD price goes up. And it's a lot of retail that's pushing the USD.
Right. What time is it? Yeah. Got this Spaces at what, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? 10 a.m. Pacific. Spaces with the whales. All kinds of people on those Spaces. All the big Solana people. Def Jam. Def Jam's getting a little with this single drop. Really getting behind now. Let's go. Wiki's degens up.
Nice. I look forward to it.
Yeah, man. Should be a good Spaces. Should be a good Spaces. 1088 up its percentage. Solana. Yeah, AVAX still hanging up there around 6.65%. We got
we got Internet Computer also almost 6.5%. And Chainlink up almost 8% now.
All right. Oh, go Jupe. Jupe's running. Let's go Jupe. Can't even get any. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't even get a variance read on a 15-minute, let alone freaking. Let's see. We got volatility though. Let's see what's happening. Let me drop down these low time frames. Go Jupe. Yeah, Rockstar. Setting up some bear, but it's setting up hidden bull. Bear div setting up hidden bull. Love it. At least locally. Yeah, no problemos. DLP on the 9-minute. Starting to pop back to the top side. Look at the volatility. Yeah, Jupe's getting ready to have a pop here, man. Which way? Which way? Well, I wish I had more history, and I just don't. Can't even use the 15-minute, to be honest. But seeing the 9-minute volatility this low, yeah, man. Something's brewing. And most of the contraction was negatively correlated. It's like the contraction's already broke. This volatility expands, and that contraction, or in that correlation stays positive. This thing could fly, and it's already setting up hidden bull. Let's see here on the 6-minute. Same thing. Same thing. Volatility. Got a little more down here. 3-minute. Jupe. Jupe. People are waiting for a big pullback to buy back in. That thing kind of got stifled right at 60 cents. People aren't stupid, man. Might be one you might want to hold on to be honest. Jupe could be pretty damn good. Hopefully it drags all the other shit coins with it. I mean, you know you're in the crypto, you're in the shitcoin carousel when you're holding shit called Win and What and Bonk. Bonk. Win. What? How'd you make your billions? Win what and bonk. You'd be like, what are you talking about? Be like, yeah. You would like to know, wouldn't you?
Are you holding some win? I saw a post today.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people dump their win immediately. I was like, nah, win's probably one that's gonna rip at some point. You know how these degens are with their
Yeah,
coins.
It's got a really low market cap or whatever it is, amount of coins minted.
And you know
like
what?
40 million,
is, right?
I think.
That what Meow launched what before Jupe launched? Same dude. He launched what too, which is crazy. That's literally the guy that whatever the creator of Jupe.
Mm.
I think his handle's Meow or whatever. Yeah, he launched what? That's when I swapped some bonk for some what? Allegedly. What are these swaps? What are these swaps? How about that ME wallet? Damn, man. Damn. Cross-chain swaps. You can store NFTs and ordinals. Same wallet. Pretty powerful. I haven't set mine up early yet. Let me know when you get Ledger connectivity.
Mm.
Until then, I'm sticking with what I'm sticking
Yeah.
with. Phantom,
I saw the setup for the Ledger connectivity, but it doesn't actually yet. Neither does the Bitcoin.
Right.
So
yeah, Phantom still.
But other than that, it's pretty neat.
For sure. Phantom's getting ready to do the same thing. There's no way they're going to let ME run away from him like that.
Right.
Guarantee you they got something in the works. Phantom will have cross-chain swaps and everything else too here real shortly, I would imagine. Kind of got an inside loop. Haven't heard anything, so I don't know. Would be nice though. I do like Phantom.
Yeah.
Both my trust there.
Yeah.
I think I would like to stay there, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just used to it too. I do
But,
like you can keep your ordinals and your NFTs in the same wallet. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. I'll let that crazy dog off his leash. He's running like a madman. Yay, speaking of big dogs.
Right.
What's up, big dog?
He has what to say.
Yeah. So the ETFs are down a little bit. Nice. They were running now.
Yeah.
They were.
I mean, the whole ETF market is down, not just crypto.
Yeah. Everything looks pretty good. I want to see a good close today. For old crypto going into the weekend. Could be fun. 3-minute Bitcoin, setting up some hidden bull right now.
Have we touched the daily VRE for Bitcoin?
Yes, I believe so. Let me get on it here. Dun, dun, dun.
I think we pushed through above it.
Yeah. Went right to the
Okay,
bottom.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's clean. All right.
Yeah, big time.
Good weekend coming.
And it's back up. It's right at the bottom of the monthly right now. And this is what I want. I want this thing to at least close in the monthly. When the traditional markets close today, I want to see BTC in this monthly range. If it is, I see BTC going to run into the top of this monthly here. Probably 43,750 area. 43,750. Let me see on the 15-minute here. Setting up any div. Turn on my power mean band. Lower lows. Yeah, hidden. Talked about gotta stay up here. You do not want this 15-minute wave trend to cross back down Fisher. Could be the exact opposite weekend we're looking for. That's a 15-minute. Yeah, man. These power mean bands are powerful. Boy, it's trying too. Next couple, they're gonna be tit to tit, having a little battle. Keep it up here. It could stay. I mean, you don't want to drop. Is what you want. You want Fisher to cross up this 99. That's what you want. And it's getting ready to. Well, I tell you what, there's a lot right here going on, man. Got the 99 log MA, reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend. Almost sent a wick through all of them, pulled back up, and it's above wave trend, which is a good sign. Need to get this power mean band turned around. Sending it. get to 981 to break negative, have all this volatility contract throughout the rest of the day on the 15-minute. Nice steady would be nice going into the close on the traditional markets. Then maybe it ebb and flows into a pump going into the weekend. Beautiful. 10:30 on the nose. What do you guys think, man? I like that. 90-minute streams. Beautiful. Nice 9. Let's see, what else? Anything else? No, we covered pretty much everything. Got around the horn. And if you want more info, come into the Alpha Trading Discord if you're watching on YouTube. Not a lot. Trying to build this back up. It's hard when you're getting shadow banned. What are you going to do? It's pretty obvious they don't want leading information out there for all these retail traders especially. Guys, you'd be surprised how many bad traders are out there running hedge funds.
Yeah.
That's why they get liquidated every day. It's crazy. The fact some of these people haven't just stumbled upon us and been like, hey, this is pretty damn interesting. You probably use this in fun. Yeah, you probably could. You might make somebody some money instead of robbing them blind all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty clear why they don't run into our videos. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Thanks for all the support in the Discord. You guys are great. Here every day. Going to get a nice solid 5 streams next week, Monday through Friday. With all that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening. And we'll see you Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.
Pop.